everyone. My name is Lee Jackson, and welcome to episode 1 of our podcast, Circle. So excited today to have our very first guest, TammyTabura with Rhino Staging. And we're going to kick it off by saying hello and getting to know you, Tammy, and you can tell us about yourself and tell us about Rhino Staging and how you got started in the industry. And we're really excited to have you as our first guest. So go for it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me, Ms. Jackson. It's an honor to be a part of your first podcast. Yes. And my name is TammyTabura. I am the National Business Development Manager with Rhino Staging and Event Solutions. And our company has been around since 1991.
Wow.
It is owned by three amazing brothers. They are Jeff, John, and Jamie Geek.
Okay.
And
Three J's,
yes. They're amazing men.
And they're local, so it's locally owned, or?
It's locally owned, but we are also a nationwide company.
Okay.
So since they've started the company, it's grown exponentially, so we can actually assist with skilled, technical, non-union labor, or a non-union labor company.
Okay.
Our forklift operator to a boom lift operator to an AV tech. We have level 1 positions, level 2s, and level 3s.
Okay.
So depending on what our clients need, we can build your stage and run it from front of the house to back of the house.
Okay.
And provide spotlight operators to LED wall maintenance, meaning we can put your LED walls up. We can build your stage, so we also have skilled riggers.
Okay.
And everything from pushers to loaders to wardrobe assistants.
Okay.
So it really depends. We do everything from concerts, so a lot of people know us.
Mm-hmm.
We're a household name where concerts are concerned and festivals, but we also do way more than that.
Okay.
So we provide labor for corporate events, private events.
Okay.
We do a lot of on-site activations. We help set up activation setups for a lot of big name companies. I see you have Skyrock out there, so we're doing their tour right now.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and Absolute and Aperol and stuff like that. So
tell us like your top 5 most memorable projects. Like what kind of companies did you work with?
Man, our top 5. That's so hard.
I mean, with concerts and things, I'm sure you've done some really fun projects, right? And is there one that really stood out?
I have to say one of my most memorable concerts, I'll start with a concert. I'm a huge Duran Duran fan.
Okay.
So
I was too.
I love them, and I've seen them twice, and they were over at the Hard Rock. So
Okay.
we are preferred vendors for a lot of. We're in Vegas right now, so
Okay.
I'm gonna take and use Vegas as an example,
Mhm.
but we are preferred vendors for a lot of the non-union properties here in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Las Vegas is our second headquarters. Our main headquarters is in Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
So when we do concerts, I think one of the most memorable concerts for me, and I wasn't even a part of the company yet, but it was the Duran Duran concert at the Hard Rock and it was called The Joint, and this is before Virgin Hotels
remember,
took it over.
I remember The Joint, yeah.
And second to that would be the Bruno Mars concert, which
Okay.
so that was a memorable concert for me, and by then I was already a part of the company.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the corporate events that I really enjoyed, and I signed a non-disclaimer for that, so I can't really say who the client was.
Okay.
But we did a huge convention, and I was able to walk the floors and see what everybody set up on site.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the conventions, they happen off property too, so we do a lot of the after parties, the during parties, so we set all of that up for our clients too.
Okay.
And just to see the array of activities that happen on site and how we have our hands in almost everything,
Mm-hmm.
From off property held at a lot of the hotels to being on property at convention centers, and it has to be non-union.
Mm-hmm.
The locations do have to be non-union.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is that
Yeah, I don't know if that covered my top 5. That's something that I really have to think about because I don't want to leave anybody out. But we've had.
But obviously, that was your most memorable that you thought about. So, I mean, those are really, really fun, projects to work on.
I remember it because I like to wear heels, and being in this industry, like you have to like put your girly girl aside and put your combat boots on. So,
absolutely,
steel-toe boots are like number one safety things for us to be wearing. So I had to learn how to change up my wardrobe a little bit so that way
so did I, right? Both of us, right?
I can walk the floor and not be hurting at the end of the day. But
so let's get on the personal side. Like, tell me or tell us about Tammy. How did you get into this business? Because not only have we worked together, we're also friends. So I'm going to say you're a professional dancer. That's your background. How does a professional dancer, got into this kind of, work? And if other people want to know how to get into this industry, what kind of advice do you have?
So yes, it wasn't an easy transition for me to go from being on stage to behind the scenes, but I'm a lot older now, so being behind the scenes is where it's at for me. I love, talking to people and working with people and making the magic happen. As much as our clients are our clients, so are our employees, and I love working with both and making, as I say, the magic happen, which is everything that happens behind the scenes to everything that happens on site. So I love seeing everybody's shows and their events go up because it's like, wow, that took a lot of hard work and it was, not pushing paper and pen. I have nothing against pushing paper and pen, but we're providing actual humans to be on site to help you. Like with Life is Beautiful, we build all of that.
Okay.
So
that's what I love about this business too. It's like that conception, right? We see from conception to completion.
Right.
And like the biggest, it's like having, a child or birthing a baby kind of a thing. You see everything in design and you're like, oh, this is awesome. And then you see it in real life, once it's built, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, I was a part of that and I helped, design or build or.
It's a huge honor to be a part of what was conceptualized and for us to be a part of those projects to make that, drawing, painting, that thought come to life. And being on stage, teaching, being a master dance instructor, having danced professionally, I take that part of my life and I've integrated it into business development for Rhino. So I have to carry Rhino and network Rhino, and it's really helped us to expand into different markets. So we're a nationwide company now, and we always have been, but we don't put our money into marketing. You don't see us on billboards and on TV and in magazines. It's really by word of mouth through our clients. And
and that's what surprised me when I found out that you were working there. I was like, I've never heard of Rhino Stage, and I've been in the exhibit and corporate events industry for 19 years, right, on and off. And so I was like, and when you talked about it, we've actually worked on similar projects, if not the same projects, and not even know it.
Right.
Yeah.
So because of that, we really take our money, we invest it into our people, our employees, and everybody's, and we make sure that everybody's trained and their skill set levels are met with the training that's offered. But I think to be behind the scenes and help clients such as Circle and other clientele that we bring to the table, it's important for myself. I also have a counterpart. Her name is Lisa Hale, and she's out of the Phoenix market. So it's not just me making this magic happen, but both of us are out there spreading the word and letting people know that, hey, we're not only a concert labor provider, but we also do production labor and we do corporate labor too. So again, coming from being on stage and not being shy and spreading the news, that's kind of how I've integrated myself into the company. And so it's been pretty fruitful because we are now nationwide and we serve almost every single state possible.
And how long have you been with Rhino Staging?
I've been with Rhino now for, I want to say, I stopped counting after the 6th year. It's kind of like my age. Like once you hit a certain age, you just stop counting.
So you went through the whole 2020 era, we call it.
Yes,
pandemic.
yes. And actually, I learned of Rhino through my ex-husband.
Okay.
So he used to work for Rhino. So we're a Rhino family.
Okay.
And I know a lot of people in the industry, and when I was brought in at the right time.
Yeah.
You know, I was leaving another job that I was with for 7 years, and when they brought me on, it just fit, the role fit.
That's good.
You know, so.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy during that time because we were talking, and thank God that we both got through it, right? Because our industry got hit one of the worst.
So hard.
Because it's all about events and production and trade shows, and nothing was happening.
Right.
So
and we're like non-essential.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's what we were thought of.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't realize that we are so essential.
Mm-hmm.
When we were down, Rhino actually didn't shut down. We kept moving. We kept working, and we helped with the mobile vaccination tour. We helped move that. So we set up all of the
good.
portables, the signage, the tables, chairs. Set things up for the doctors on site, so all they had to do was just show up and get through the vaccination. We also took part in building the Afghanistan city in New Jersey at Fort Dix.
Okay.
And then there were a lot of nonprofit organizations that we also helped. We helped clean their buildings. A lot of people, their buildings got vandalized, so they would ask us to come on site and help put everything back together.
Yeah.
And you know, that's priceless, right?
Yeah.
When you're able to help out your community that way. And so you can't say that our industry is non-essential, because we're able to pivot and change and move with what is needed at the time.
Yes.
And so we were very lucky, honored, and blessed to be able to help different companies get prepared to jump back into the game, because after we were able to come back, meaning this industry, we didn't hit the ground running. I mean, we're flying, and we're getting booked out way in advance. So now we're super essential. It's crazy.
Yeah, which is great, right? We're all very busy right now, and I think what people always ask what the future will hold for our industry. I personally think is very positive, and things are booming, right? It's nonstop.
It's
very,
nonstop.
very busy. Yeah.
It's nonstop. And when I tell our clients, you need to let us know what's coming down the pipeline for you, because I can't hold labor. Like, people aren't sitting outside waiting for jobs anymore. I mean, everyone's getting booked out in advance. And so it's great because we went through a really hard time. And people just want to keep the roofs over their heads and food on the table for their families.
Absolutely.
And, you know, my job is to help find that for our employees and make sure that we're keeping everybody happy on that end too. And that's why a lot of our employees have come, our supervisors, our project managers, production managers, they've stayed with us for a long time because we take care of our employees.
Good.
So
that's good. That's good to hear. So if there are people out there that want to get in this industry, what would you suggest? Like, how can they find out more about it and, jump in as a newbie?
Well, you can always visit our website at www.
Are you guys hiring?
Yes, actually, if you go onto our website at rhinostaging.com, there's an area there that you can click on and plug yourself into whichever market you're looking for work in.
Okay.
And obviously, you're going to have to upload your resume and fill out some stuff online, but, bring to the table what you have, all your skill set levels. If you're a carpenter, if you're a stagehand, if you're a loader, you're a pusher, you're a rigger, you're any one of those and more. Fill out any of that part of the information, and HR and somebody from that market will definitely get in touch with you. We're always looking to add to the family. We can't be, too big.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of love for everybody out there, and there's a lot of work. A lot of people think that it's hard. It's a hard time, but there's a lot of work out there for everybody, and there's enough there's enough room in the sandbox for all of us to be a team player. So, Rhino's here to assist.
Yes.
And we're here to assist anybody that needs our help, whether it's one person to 500 people. It really doesn't matter.
Okay.
We're here to help.
That sounds good. Yes. And where can everyone follow you other than the website, which is rhinostaging.com?
Yes.
Are you on
so
Facebook,
Rhino's
Instagram?
also on Instagram.
Okay.
We're also on Facebook. A lot of the offices have their own Facebook
What's
pages.
The call ID?
So for Rhino Staging, you're just going to look up Rhino Staging under IG.
Okay.
And for, as an example, Nevada, so Rhino Staging Nevada has their own Facebook page.
Okay.
So we leave it up to each office to set up their own Facebook page.
Okay.
And yeah.
So Instagram,
Facebook.
Okay.
LinkedIn. Yeah, so you can also find Rhino Staging on LinkedIn as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I've made a lot of connections when I first started. And I'm on LinkedIn too, guys, under TammyTabura.
Okay. I was going to say, make sure you give people that. So it's at TammyTabura.
Yes.
On
Tammy
LinkedIn.
T. Tabura.
TammyTabura.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure it's
yes.
Triple T's.
Triple T's.
Triple threat.
Right? I don't know about that, but I try my best.
Yes.
I can cook.
Yes.
Yes.
You can cook.
I can
you
cook.
Dance.
I can dance and I can talk to you and let you know that we're here to assist you nationwide.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for being our first guest.
Oh my gosh, I'm
it's
so honored.
been a great conversation. We'd love to have you back and
thank you.
Talk more about your next fun projects maybe.
Yes.
And hopefully that, Circle and Rhino Staging can work together on a future project as well. And other than that, thank you all for tuning in. Again, my name is Lee Jackson, and our website is wearecircle.com. And this is our episode 1. Look forward to the next one, and follow us on Instagram, and that is at CircleOGX. Thanks so much, and have a great day.
Bye, guys. Thank you.